Have you ever worried that AI might replace your job? However, you probably haven't had much experience actually using AI, right? Co-intelligence, living and working with AI. Written by Professor Ethan Mollick from Wharton School, directly tackles this contradiction. The core message of this book is shocking. AI won't eliminate your job, but it will completely change the way you work. And what if you can't adapt to that change? Even if the job remains, you'll ultimately fall behind. Today we will explore a practical survival guide for living in the AI era called co-intelligence. Let me first mention the 5 key concepts that are most frequently discussed in this book. The first is that AI changes work, not jobs. Many people ask if AI will eliminate my job, but Professor Mollick points out that the question itself is flawed. AI is more likely to change the way work is done within a job, rather than eliminating the job itself right away. For example, the profession of a designer may still exist, but the design process, the necessary skills, and the collaboration methods could change completely. Therefore, rather than worrying about whether my job will disappear, I should focus on how the work I do will change. The second method is the Centaur and Cyborg approach. This part is really practical. The Centaur method is literally half human, half horse, like a mythical creature, where humans and AI divide the tasks based on what each does best. It's about clearly dividing roles, like saying, I'll handle this part, and you, AI, take care of that part. For example, when writing, the ideas come from AI, and I do the final polishing. On the other hand, the Cyborg method involves working closely with AI from start to finish. Every time I write a sentence, I ask AI, make revisions, ask again, and it feels like 2 brains are working as one. The book advises choosing between these 2 methods according to the situation. The third is the jagged boundary, the jagged frontier. This is a really important concept. AI excels at some tasks like a genius, but performs worse than a kindergarten student at others. However, the boundary between these abilities is inconsistent, making it difficult to predict. For example, it can write complex code in an instant, but may make mistakes with simple arithmetic. Creative scenarios can be well written, but the fact-checking might be a mess. That's why the book emphasizes experimenting with what AI does well and poorly in your own field, because that boundary keeps changing. The fourth is to utilize AI in various roles. What's interesting is that the results vary depending on how you approach AI. Sometimes you should engage with it like a colleague. Other times use it as a simple tool. And at times, utilize it like a teacher or coach. For example, when generating ideas, you can use it as a brainstorming partner. When organizing information, as a secretary. And when learning something new, as a personal tutor. One of the tips frequently mentioned in this book is that even the same AI can produce completely different results, depending on the role assigned to it. The fifth point is the crisis of meaning. Lastly, this is a somewhat philosophical discussion. As AI writes, draws, and composes music, we are increasingly finding it difficult to distinguish whether something is truly created by a human. In the book, this is referred to as the crisis of meaning, as it becomes unclear who wrote the text sincerely and whether it is a work born from true creativity. New standards for trust and authenticity are needed. This is pointed out as a problem that is not just a technical issue, but one that the entire society needs to ponder. So why is this book often recommended as an introduction to AI? The first point is that it is easy to understand without technical jargon. Many AI books tend to focus on technical explanations, but Dual Brain is written in a way that the general public can easily understand and apply. There are many positive reviews about metaphors like Centaur, Cyborg, and uneven boundaries being easy to remember and practically useful. The second is a balanced perspective. It neither blindly praises AI nor instills fear. AI has these advantages, but it also has limitations. So a realistic approach that suggests how to use it can build trust. In particular, the fact that it honestly addresses biases, ethics, and the potential for misuse is highly appreciated. Thirdly, there are concrete methodologies that can be implemented immediately. Instead of abstract advice, there is a wealth of practical guides that say to use this in such situations. It specifically presents how to collaborate with AI in various areas, such as writing, coding, planning, and learning. Fourth, it presents various scenarios for the future. In the last part of the book, it shows multiple versions of the future of AI. It discusses everything from slow growth to explosive growth, even extreme scenarios like a machine god, stating that our choices determine what kind of future we create. This is why it reads not just as a simple prediction, but as a guide for action. Now, let's follow the flow of the book. The introduction declares that we are entering an era of collective intelligence. Professor Mollick begins the book with his shocking experience when he first encountered the latest AI. Now, humans have entered an era where they no longer think alone, but think alongside powerful AI. Here, he presents a framework where collaboration, rather than replacement, is key. Chapter 1 discusses the process of the birth of alien-like intelligence. It explains the history of how AI was created in an easy-to-understand way. From early experiments to deep learning and transformer architecture, it covers the technical background. But the important point is that it explains why AI appears human-like. At the same time, it also addresses darker aspects, such as data bias, ethical issues, and the potential for harmful outputs. Chapter 2 explains how to align alien intelligence. Here we address the issue of safely controlling AI and aligning it with human goals. There are methods for installing guardrails and fine-tuning, but the key point is that this alignment is not perfect. AI sometimes confidently provides incorrect answers, which means we need to continuously verify and test the boundaries. Chapter 3 explores the fluctuating boundaries of AI capabilities. The concept of the Jagged Frontier that I mentioned earlier is coming into play. AI is superhuman in some tasks, and incompetent in others. And the boundaries are irregular and constantly changing. So I advise you to experiment in your own field, to understand what AI does well and what it doesn't in our work. This is the key strategy for utilizing AI. Chapter 4 introduces a strategy for treating AI like a person. While AI does not have consciousness, the idea is that assigning roles and engaging in conversation as if it were a person leads to much better results. Specifics on prompt strategies, conversation styles, and ways to provide context are also included. At the same time, there is a warning that we should not think of AI too much like a human. Chapter 5 discusses creative work methods with AI. It covers how to utilize AI in the realm of creativity, including brainstorming, drafting content, generating images, and exploring new ideas. The important thing is not to use the results produced by AI as they are, but to critique, refine, and combine them to enhance human originality. Chapter 6 formally explains the Centaur and Cyborg approaches to working with AI as a partner. It distinguishes when to fully delegate tasks to AI and when to collaborate with AI at each step. By providing business and educational examples, it shows how productivity and quality can improve, as well as the pitfalls of excessive reliance or neglecting validation. Chapter 7 focuses on how to utilize AI as a teacher and tutor. It explains how AI can be used in the field of education. It can be used as a personalized tutor for students and as a powerful assistant tool for teachers. It argues that rather than a ban, wise integration is the answer, discussing risks such as cheating, misinformation, and accessibility gaps. Chapter 8 presents ways to utilize AI as a coach for individuals and organizations. This means that AI can be used for conversation practice, scenario exploration, decision-making assistance, and leadership enhancement. However, it emphasizes that human judgment and values must always be applied here as well. AI is just a tool. The final decision-maker should be a human. Chapter 9 presents various AI future scenarios that we may encounter. We could stop at the current level, develop slowly, grow explosively, or even reach a level akin to a machine god. The book concludes by stating that the future is not determined solely by technology, but rather depends on policies, governance, and our collective choices. So, who would you recommend this book to? First, it is for those who want to try using AI but don't know where to start. If you've created a ChatGPT account but don't know what to ask, this book is perfect for you. You can immediately apply specific methodologies like Centaurs and Cyborgs. The second group consists of anxious workers and students due to AI. Instead of worrying about what will happen if my job disappears, it helps shift the perspective to how I can become someone who works with AI. It allows us to view AI from the perspective of growth rather than mere survival. Thirdly, there are leaders and managers who are contemplating the introduction of AI in their teams or organizations. It is full of hints on how to educate team members and how to redesign work processes. In particular, the concept of fluctuating boundaries is a good framework for experimenting at the team level. The fourth group consists of those interested in AI ethics or social impact. It not only deals with technology, but also raises deep questions such as bias, trust, and the crisis of meaning, making it suitable for those who are contemplating social change beyond just a simple manual. On the other hand, if you are already using AI at an advanced level, or are a developer looking for technical depth, it might feel a bit basic. This book is optimized for both beginners and practical application. Now, let me ask you a question. Are you working like a Centaur? Or are you working like a cyborg? Or have you not really used AI yet? The core message of this book is clear. In the age of AI, it's not about whether you use AI or not, but how well you use it that determines your competitiveness. And the method is not grandiose. Choose just one of the tasks you do today, and let AI take care of it. At first, it may be clumsy, and the results might not be satisfying, but that's the beginning. Finding the fluctuating boundaries can only be done by those who are willing to confront them directly. So, will you try just one thing? Please share in the comments what task you would first assign to AI. The choice is yours. This has been the AI Success Code, wishing you success and growth.